We can't blame our fathers for whatever, whether they were in our home and they weren't giving us the love we wanted, they weren't giving us the time we wanted, they were too busy working, they had an alcohol addiction or whatever, or they weren't at all at home, or you never even knew them. You cannot blame your father or you will block your blessings. You can't blame your father for how you turned out, for what he didn't do, wasn't there, whatever. I'm telling you, they did what they had in their capacity to do with what they were dealt. Even if they ran off and never seen you again. My father left me when I was 3 months old. At 3 months, he moved from New Jersey to Nebraska, across the country. Didn't see him again until I didn't even know at 3 months, obviously. My first time consciously seeing him was at 7 years old. He was for a week in New Jersey, came and visited. Oh, that's your father right there. I'm like, oh, word? I remember he bought me an orange Sunkiss from the ice cream truck. That was like, oh, snap. It's my dad. He said, yeah, I'm gonna come back. Didn't see him again till I was 9. He came for another week. He promised me we would go fishing. I'm waiting at school. My dad coming today, we're going fishing. He never showed up. One of them stories. He never came. I didn't see this is my biological father. He looked just like me. I look like him, I guess. I didn't see him again till I was 17. And I was selling crack in Somerville, New Jersey. And one of my customers called me and said, oh, your dad in town. I said, that's cool. She said, you got something? I said, yeah. I said, what's up? He said, we want something. I told him we got the best stuff in town. So from 9 years old to 17 years old, I didn't see my father. My first time seeing my father was me selling him crack. Now, current day, me and him like this. This after he got cleaned up. He went to the feds. He went to prison. I went to prison. He went to the feds in Nebraska. He got cleaned up. And now, after them not being together for 35 years, my biological father and my mother are married right now. After 35 years. I had breakfast with my dad for the first time last year. I never had breakfast with my dad. Till last year, at 41 years old. One of my elders told me, he said, it's not even your place as a son to forgive your father. He said, you need to go ask your father to forgive you for judging him. I said, what? He said, go ask your father to forgive you for judging him. Because my father, remember, he had me when he was only 22. He was just in the hood dealing with his circumstance the best he could from what he got from his father. My stepfather was dealing with us in an aggressive way, but when we found out, his dad kicked him out at 16 and dealt with him aggressive. He was just dealing with what he had. And I'm sure his father was just dealing with what he had gotten and what he had the best way he could. All the way back to that forefather of his father that was dealing with it from our former slave masters the best way he could. So it's not about us judging our fathers. It's really about us being understanding enough to know that we are going to be fathers one day or are fathers now. I put my daughter through college. I got one daughter, her mom get enough child support. I'm off flying to Maryland. I go to the graduations, whatever they want, all that. But let them tell it I don't do enough. To compare to what I got, I give them the world. But from their perspective as my children, they might tell y'all, oh, my dad might come see y'all, but he don't see us enough. So my children could judge me, but here I am thinking that I'm giving my best. But here we are judging our fathers, and to them, for all the pain they had, they feel like they're giving their best. Although it's not manifesting as what we would wish and what we would hope. So the opportunity is not to fall victim to the obstacle to oppression. The opportunity is to grow up and be the best dad that you could be.